When everyone around you looks like they're working in purpose and you're still trying to figure it out.
This episode is for you. Let's talk about comparison, timing, and trusting God's process.
Hello you guys, welcome back to another episode of the Christian Side of Chaos. My name is Kim Toka Olafima.
And my name is Olamide.
Welcome. Olamide, how are you?
I'm good. I'm Julie. Woman at Clocket.
Cha. Clock it.
Guys, what new slangs are we learning?
I think what else is that like? Chim has been in trending for a while, but like it's just sinking. I'm just using it.
I think a number of times I said, clack it.
Did I guys clack it? Did I just hear you say
Anyway, guys,
it's been a lot of TikTok. Yeah, TikTok has been a lot. TikTok has been a menace this week. But I mean, let's leave that. Did anything annoy you this week?
This week was like a roller coaster for me. But I think what annoyed me the most was I think it's important that people learn empathy in every instance, like in everything, in dealing with people as well. And I think one thing that every leader has to understand is that each person that you're leading, each of them are different, and you have to connect with them from that standpoint. There is no, Shano, you can decide to be Abacha, or what's that authoritative president that we had in Nigeria, and be like, my way. But I really do feel like if you are going to get the best from people, it starts with understanding them, understanding how to approach them, and understanding how to bring out the best in them. You don't bring out the best in people by enforcing or imposing yourself in them. You bring out the best in people by allowing people to still be themselves and still do the best that they can be. The cocoa of my tech talk is what annoyed me this week is people who try to impose themselves on you or what they want on you as a leader without trying to, I think at the end of the day, even if you have a good intention, even if you're coming from a good place, at the end of the day, you just down the morale of the next person, and we both lose out. So if we are both going to lose out, why don't you just like come correct as a leader, basically.
Yeah, clock it.
Clock it.
Oh Jesus. Come on, that was a lot.
It was a lot. It feels vague, but I mean, I just really don't want to say more than that.
How have you been, bro? How did they stress out?
It did, but I mean, maintain
like bygones.
Like bygone.
Bye.
What about you?
For me, this thing happened to both of us. Like the 7 guys still catch. Every time I remember, I'm still like, what the hell? Why did you have to make me go through that? What was that? Imagine you on a queue trying to get something. If anybody knows, I'm saying it's not popular.
I feel like we shouldn't have called them out, but I think that guy should be checked anyway. So.
Okay, so imagine you like being on a queue to get something, and the person in front of you is getting asked out by the person that is supposed to attend to the queue.
That's even rubbish. Like misconduct.
That's not even like my problem. That's not my problem. You can ask anybody count. But right there,
and they're like a long line of people at the back waiting
you
for
now
you
neglected
to attend to them.
Collecting numbers.
And you're striking a babe. As a man, you don't even have priorities safe.
It shouldn't be.
Last.
I was before. The thing is, when it was happening,
it was me that was like behind the babe. So I was trying to really understand what was going on, because it was just smiling, it was just there smiling, and I had to, try listening, and then I started hearing, so can I have your number now? And I'm like, you don't mean it. You are collecting number in front of customers. It just didn't make sense. Like, there's a long line of people, and then
you decide to,
I don't know, but I don't know what the thought behind it was. And also, there was no apology.
Obviously, he was not thinking now.
No, it just
you can't be thinking.
Yeah, one thing must kill a man. If your work is not important to you, I mean, another thing will become important. So I guess that's just where his priorities are. And we saw a time and I was like, I'm not gonna let you go.
The thing is, I'm not even like concerned about you asking someone out, but using your emotional intelligence. This is a cue.
You could have asked this colleague, stand in for me and just come out and come and talk to me here. Nobody would look at you anyhow. You are not in front, like you're not at the counter, you're not supposed to attend to people, you already asked someone. So I think it's just a way of balancing your job and also trying to chase whatever you want to chase. I don't know, but being there at your job, you're supposed to be serving people, you're supposed to be attending to people, and there's a long queue, and then you keep them waiting just because you want to try to get. And then the people would also like, of course, I don't want to give you my number. Can you please give? She's actually a customer too, so she's like, can you please give me my food? I actually thought there was a problem. Maybe she was complaining to the guy before and all of that. And then the next thing, I looked at him and he was like, he was looking at me like this, like I didn't matter.
Because we were like directly behind his babe. But I'm like, so joke me. I'm here to collect my food. You're delaying me. You're wasting my time.
Don't do that next time.
Don't do that.
Oh my god. Anyways,
that's not about that.
Bygones are bygones.
They're bygones. They're bygones.
Tell us, what blessed you?
What blessed me? Okay, so first Thessalonians. Is that the right pronunciation? Thessalonians. Jesus Christ. I recently, what I said just reminded me of one about TikTok that said, Adrian Shanu, you have mercy on me. I can't construct a sentence. She just came out to like tell us that, please, so people should have mercy on you. I think it's maybe like social media age, always online, and not particularly learning anything.
Yeah.
And also because they're using pidgins and slangs.
ChatGPT,
Nobody is particularly thinking about choice of words.
Yeah.
It's not like they're giving speech or anything. So it looks like our dictionary is depleting. We're not particularly.
Yeah. Actually,
at this particular like 3 times.
Yeah, and that's why I try to buy as much books and read as I can, because for every time I have an idea, before, as someone that used to write, I'll have an idea, now I'll have a draft first, and then I'll go back to read that draft, and I'll now start constructing, using whatever grammatical whatever that I want to use. But now I just put that draft to ChatGPT and it writes this for me. I tweak, I get my results.
Before I would have to think of what should I use.
Sometimes I just send voice note to ChatGPT and say, you know what? Just do it and send to me. And then when you send it to me, I tweak it to get what I need or close to what I need and
and I mean it is just when we are not thinking because we already know that ChatGPT will do the work for us. So that's like an easy way out. So I mean
that's the time I try to not use ChatGPT.
Your God is gonna tell.
No, yes, the process it takes more time. The process is slower because you're trying to compose an email, you're writing it down first, going back to me, trying to put your thoughts together, coherent and all of that. But I feel like when you do it for some time, you get, so it comes so sometimes when I want to write email, I try not to go to ChatGPT. Sometimes I've made that mistake. The reason I made that mistake before is I copied an email from ChatGPT. I know that I can get ChatGPT based on that. that, do you want me to put this in a more friendly or formal? And it was like I just wanted to quickly reply that email, and I just sent it back. And it's Gmail, so it's not like Outlook that you can quickly recall or something. So. I feel like because I later got a negative response from the person, so I feel like maybe that could have, because the person took a long time before responding, and then the response. So I feel like that could have been a factor. Maybe not. I don't want to overthink it, but I feel like that could have been a factor. So since then, I try to like just do it myself, like just write it.
So when we use ChatGPT, let's be revised. For this
don't be like me.
I
just sent it, like I just copied it. It was good, it made sense. And the crazy thing is, I sent ChatGPT a draft. Like, it wasn't like, oh, so I sent the draft. Like, it was my draft. It was all my idea. I just told it to refine it for me, and immediately it refined it. It looked good, and I just copied everything. Usually, I wouldn't even copy up to that point. So, because that's the first time I'm using ChatGPT, and I just copied it. I didn't even read it back because I'd read it on ChatGPT before. I just copied and I just pasted it like this. I saw send, like it was sending like this, and I saw, I say, oh my god. I tried to delete it, I tried to resend, I just left it. Like, let me just walk away with the remaining, the little dignity that is left in me. Let me just walk away. Let me just walk away. And then when the reply came and it was negative, it didn't really have so much effect on me, because I was like, this person is probably not going to like take me seriously. Was the content of my email good? Yes, but that particular
because moving on, they would see you in that light.
Yes, in that light.
Yeah. ChatGPT today. Yeah. So this day just came out to say, please swipe my life, because I also read, but you know, when we don't read, and it's not like I said, it's not like in government positions where we need to talk, or we are what's the word? MC, compare, host or anything. So we tend to forget our lines. There's a lot of fillers in our words, and this generation, we need to read more. So yes, First Thessalonians 5:17. You know, it was Paul that wrote First Thessalonians 5:17, pray without ceasing. And I got like an analysis that was also in the book that I was reading. Paul was a very busy person. Paul was always going on and on, like it was moving from one location to the other. For him to write pray without ceasing, it meant that he was praying without ceasing. So how is this person that was moving from one place to the other, from one end to the world to the other, preaching, talking about Jesus, talking about, everywhere? How was he praying? It meant that he was in an habit. While commuting, he was praying. While doing everything I was doing, anything I was doing, he made sure to include God. So the charge was to pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. It does not have to be like a defined time. Yes, it is good to have a defined time, but it should not be because, I'm busy. Paul was busy. So it should not be here, I'm busy, that is why I'm not praying. Or, I'm busy.
I have so much going on in my life, I don't even have the time to sit down and pray. Yeah.
Jesus should be involved in everything I like. So Paul was, Paul included God in everything that he was doing. Jesus was present in everything. It's not a matter of, when I finally have the time to pray to God, I would pray. While we are eating, we should be praying. While we are walking, we should be praying. So that's, that blessed me this week. The anything blessed this week?
Yes, speaking in line of praying, I had a conversation in class. So I met this lecturer, so I call him a lecturer call, and we're supposed to have a class, right? And somehow, immediately I entered this class, the first thing I said, are you a speaker or something? I said, speaker. No, said, am I a public speaker? I said, sort of. And then it was like, are you or are you not? So I was like, I do spoken words, I speak, but I don't know if that counts as public speaking. And then it just started.
You speak in private.
We just started having this conversation, opening the Bible. It's okay. So it's a biology class, right? It's a population dynamics class, and then we started talking about wildlife conservation and all of that. And somehow, everything that he was saying, it had a way it was linking it back to God. Like you could tell that. You could just tell that it was not from a place of, I've had encounters like, why is this person, this person, you're doing too much. Even as a Christian myself. But you could tell that it was just flowing from him. Like, it was just coming. It was just alive. Like, everything was just pointing. And then, while he was speaking, I was like, you can tell that this person has lived this life. You can, it is obvious, it is evident, like this person has walked this walk. He was saying different should I call them testimonies, different events in his life where he just keeps telling me prayer works. So if you don't pray and if you think that God has forgotten, he answers prayers. And then you could tell, I was like, I remember when my friend said when he finished school, in fact it was part of the NFA club. I don't know what NFA means. No, in class, but the kind of students that make clownery of teachers in class, that crack the most stupid jokes. National Food Association. I don't know, but I didn't want to ask.
Oh, NFA, not teacher ambition.
Okay. So I was like, he said that was the kind of person he was in school. But somehow, like, he did not have sense. Like, he was it was an olodo in school. But somehow, in chapel that day, just told us, like, oh, please, let me have faith. He said he just said it as a prayer. It was not even in uni at the time, but he was looking at himself and he was like, with the way this thing is going in secondary school, and I'm even struggling to catch up, what do I want to do with my life? And he just said, God, please let me have a PhD. And then after that, we went on some excursions, went to Yankari Reserve and all of that, not knowing that God was actually preparing him for that PhD. And then he said, God is a master strategist. You are thinking in a particular direction, but God goes in a different direction, and then you are like, so this is what you were like. He said he's a movie director. Like, the way he was talking about God, you could tell that this person. And then he said something that was very profound. He said that one thing that changed his life when it came to prayer was a message he listened to on Dove TV when it was still a bachelor or something, and it was Pastor Adeboye was talking about praying in alignment with God's pleasure. That he created all things for his pleasure. So when you pray and you are saying, God, for your glory, for your he delights so much in it. He's just so eager to derive pleasure in it, and he's so eager. So he said that changed his behavior. Like, God, this for your pleasure. And I think it makes sense. He also mentioned about when he finished uni and his mates had gone ahead to get a job, get married, and he was pursuing, like, he didn't get married until after his PhD, and he was looking like he didn't even have a job when he got married, because he was pursuing, like, he was still in school, and then it was just his wife that had not a little, that even the pay the wife was getting, that it was not even really like satisfying and all of that. And then it was like, what am I doing with my life? But there is an end that it didn't make sense. Like, it might not be clear, but it was just obvious that okay, God was working something out.
God worked it out.
And then it's just like I enjoyed the conversation or the class because it was a class. I enjoyed the class a little bit too much actually. But yeah, it just shows. I think one of my key takeaways from that place, when you see a man that has lived a life of prayer, of service, of commitment, of God, you can tell. You don't have to announce.
They're not reacting.
Yes, it's just
something they have
to
somewhere.
them. It's just coming to them. It's just coming to them. And then it was like we got to a point in class where we're talking about population dynamics, the dynamics of population, why some species go into extinction and why some are still in existence. And you're like, God is actually a biologist, and that's why He said that let the blood shedding, let it stop, the killing of animals, let it stop. And He now like gave the blood of His only Son because He wants to conserve the species. I'm like, man, please, you're taking biology. It was like God actually wants us to conserve animals. He doesn't want us to kill animals. Imagine if people are no longer killing animals, there will be no blood on altars, on shrines, because the only blood, for you to live, your life is in your blood, right? Life is in blood. Once you take the blood, there's no life to the person. Like, it's just free. So He said He has been to, as a biologist, traveled to places to take samples, to take data, and all of that. And then he said he went to my class in midddle, and he saw shrines, he saw altars, and then some of them you even see blood on it. Right? He said, is that blood that constant pouring of blood on those altars is what gives those altars life. So imagine that there is a stop to that. Like it was like life is spiritual. I mean, that conversation just pressed me. It was like a 2 hours, 3 hours lecture. I don't think I can say everything. But I think one thing that I really took that was obvious, was very evident that this man lives their life. Yeah, he's living the life, and he's not just coming from people trying to show off. Because even when he goes back to, let's say, in the handbook or in this game, it's still something to still find expression. And that was beautiful. I mean, as much as I was like, okay, man, you're preaching too much, I enjoyed it.
That's nice. But we also know that at the point where, I mean, it's very okay. At the point where he was still pursuing, still he was not married, his mates were married. How do you think it must have felt at that point? Do you even have felt, why am I not married right now? My mates
you could have even questioned the process, like, am I actually sure? Maybe I should just go and get a job. Because imagine you didn't even try to get a job. You were just, I mean, I think for him, I would say that from the get-go, it's sort of like already had a glimpse of
where it was going to.
So maybe it might have been, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm pursuing, and I'm just going to stay on that track. But I'm very sure that at some point, maybe because he said that when he eventually got married after his PhD, still hasn't gotten a job, he had applied and he was waiting. Right? He had applied. He said he had applied, like the way he said, I had applied for the job. The job was coming, but I did not. Like, that was what I was saying. He said the job was coming, but I didn't have a job at the time, and then my wife got pregnant. And he said there was a time when he was courting his wife that they were just talking about, what if God just does it and just gives us two at once? So, and he was like, he prayed, was like, God, please give me 2 boys at once. He said he had prayed that prayer, and then his wife got pregnant. They went for the very first scan, and then they were there. which means he got married without a job. His wife was there, and then the man said, I can hear so at first. And him and he just look at each other like,
we said this.
So okay.
God is in this.
And then he said at that time he didn't have a job. It was like, it's okay. We've not even
let's fend for ourselves first, please.
We've not even planned for one finish. You're not telling me two. So that was when you now remembered that prayer that you prayed, that God was supposed to go. And it was actually good. I said like
What I can take from that is that I think one thing that stops comparison is being aware of it.
Yes, I think he was very aware. He knew where it was going. He knew what was going to become of him. Because the way he said the job is coming, right?
Yeah, if we know where we are going, then we will stop comparison.
Yeah.
It also reminds me of 1 John, where John the Baptist came to prepare the way for Jesus. And that was his role, that was his purpose, very clear and direct. There was now a point in that 1 John, or was it John? No, it was not John. I don't know if it's 1 John or John, where John the Baptist was talking about Jesus. Now, Jesus was passing, and he told his disciples that this is what I'm talking about, and immediately his disciples left him and followed Jesus. At that point, if he was not aware of his purpose, did you know that my job here is to prepare the way for this man? Probably have gotten jealous that this man is like, why are they following Jesus? Because almost half of Jesus' disciples were originally John the Baptist's disciples.
Really?
Yeah. So they left him to follow Jesus. But it was not these are my disciples.
Yeah.
Why are they leaving me? It didn't become an issue. They left and it just continued his way. And I was just like, what manner of man is this? He didn't take offense, and even if he did, it was not recorded in the Bible, which I don't even think he took an offense or that. But it just brought me to the.
I mean, he even sent his disciples to go and ask, but he's the one that we are waiting for.
Yeah. So when we are aware of our purpose, when we look, because I just realized that it was because he knew that. There was a part that he said that it's not worth it
to tie his standards, I guess.
Yeah, like I know this thing. This is what I meant about vocabulary definition.
Because you don't read your Bible very well. That's
I
why.
read my Bible. It's not so. I know what I'm trying to say.
It's the standards. Something bust off the standard.
Cheap. Oh, this is not. It's a soul now.
It's not a soul.
The buckle, this rope, the rope.
Tie the rope now.
The
Of
rope.
standard.
Oh, shit. Father Lord, help my life. So that part that he said that, it meant that he knew how mighty Jesus was. He knew that it was not even like worthy to be in his presence. It just, there was a purpose. Yeah, he knew that this is where I'm supposed to be. There's no need being jealous and saying, maybe I was here before him. Maybe I was the one baptizing with water before he came. Why is he here now and he's carrying my disciples? He's now the Jesus, So that just
understanding your assignment, understanding your place. I think that totally makes sense. I think another thing that happens is the danger of self-measurement. So there's this standard, there's this yardstick, and sometimes it's not even about you. Sometimes
someone said, if you are, was it on? I can't remember. Like there was a video. The person said, I should have been married by now. This is the time to be married. The pastor answered, I'm talking about it in the time. Did you create the time?
Like, when we're in secondary school, by the time I enter uni, I'm going to graduate at the age of 19. When I graduate at the age of 19,
I'm going to say that I will be done by 19. They're not from Nigerian government.
When I'm done, I will have my master's at the age of 20. After I get my master's, I will now get a job that will pay me 250,000. It was big money then, Sha. So don't think I'm going to get a job that will pay me 250,000 every month. I will buy a car and then I'll not get married. When I get married to the love of my life, I don't have children. We sort of like we have a yardstick, and sometimes it's not even about us. I think it's about the standard that the family, like some parents already have the act. This is my plan for you. By this time, like this is where you should be at this time. So a child is 25, a child is 26, and it's probably not there. And then the parents are looking at this person like, oh yeah, Kotishele, oh yeah, Kotishele, oh yeah, Kotishele. Or even society, I've had situations where I meet people that have probably not even seen me maybe since I was 17 or 16, and then they see me and the first thing is, oh yeah, cut shit now.
As for skinny, what's your home?
And I'm like, what if I have not shit?
That would have caused something. I would probably.
What if I had to stay? What if I had to stay back at home for 3 years, and then maybe I just had to? Or what if I even entered immediately and
something happened? Because why are you the one?
Why are you
letting me know that I should have been done?
Why immediately saying?
Why are you the one letting me know what I should? Doing currently? That is also like the comparison.
And then you say
trap. Aside from people, there's also like social media. We've seen these things. It's just like I was mentioning as well. Like we see people get married. Or we see our friends they're now married. You open LinkedIn, the first thing you see is I have been promoted to the role of chief become whatever. And these are like it's a repeated cycle. We see these things everywhere, every social media, on TikTok. There was one time on my TikTok that everyone was open show. Because everybody was open shop.
Maybe because we were feeding on it.
You will just see congratulations to me, oh. Everybody was congratulations. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I'm just trying to explain the trap, like the comparison trap in general. The things that we see, the things that people tell us, just like what's this thing? These gates, like when we talk about the gates that we have,
the eyes,
yes,
what you see, what you hear, what you speak,
and what you hear. So we see it, social media, our friends, some things that we see. Then what we hear, our parents, our friends too, our relatives. My hands can just call me now and start praying for husband.
That's the only prayer that they have now.
It's not him. Yes, I will not bring relationship, but wow. Why is that the first thing you say?
Like, why is that? Like, everyone just feels like, okay, once you're done with a particular stage of your life, this is the next stage that you're supposed to move to. This is the next stage that you're supposed to move to. This is the next stage. And then even you yourself, it has influenced how you measure your work.
It's not deeply ingrained in your
It has influenced how you measure your progress. It has influenced. So when maybe after school, the next thing is either you get a master's or you get a job, and none of it is happening, and it feels like you're stuck.
And now, when there's now like the loop in between, when we are now like, let's say I'm done with school, I'm not able to solve. There is now a constant cycle of difference. At that point, everything around you seems big. It feels like you're stuck.
You don't know what to do yet.
You're not doing anything with your life. So I'm sure that when we pray the normal, okay, let's say when we even pray, we thank God first. I'm sure that you will skip that. You will skip that gratitude prayer, because at that point it feels like nothing is working in your life, and we tend to forget everything. The Bible verse says, "Forget not his benefit." There are all because a particular thing is not working does not mean that other things are not working. Someone said, "You think I think it was you that reposted it on TikTok. You think I woke up because of my alarm?" Yeah, it was one babe. It was not like a conversation. you posted it. I was on checking the comment section. And then the name said, he used me. You think I fasted because I didn't have food to eat? So I checked the comment section.
Yes.
And someone else said, you think, what did I just say? The hair used to be clear. You think I woke up because of my alarm? That's not why. Because we've fallen into that trap, because I've not gotten ahead, because I've not moved forward, because this one thing is not working, then every other thing is not working. You are eating, you have food to eat, you have clothes to wear. God is providing for us. Things are happening. But because of one particular loophole, somehow just forgotten that God is good all the time.
I think that we let this milestones, this supposed wins,
everybody wants to
define our purpose. So I think it's time that we start to intentionally live, because sometimes this was one thing that I realized when I left uni was I did intentionally live as a student. I lived as I lived as go to school, join a fellowship, or go to class, go to hostel.
That's not students.
No, there is more to being a student than going to, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There is more to that particular milestone, or where you are at right now is not the goal. There is a bigger goal. Because I look back and I feel like this thing I could have done it. Yes, I could have done this. I could have done that. I could have. There are a lot of associations. There are a lot of things I could have done that I knew that I could do, but because
that's not why I'm here. Yeah, that brings me to
the goal is just I just want to graduate.
That brings me to the point of letting things fall because of our techniques. This is how I want to explain this. This is a benefit. Go to school, graduate, get married, find a job, then get married, open a store, just like do something with your life. Now, why one of the steps is we don't live, we don't fully.
Exactly.
We're
not fully present in because we're looking at the next thing. You get married today, the next thing. You people will be coming out. You get married today, the next thing is as they used to do say this with Yoruba. Kinuko
and 9 months time.
Kinuko and exactly.
So we don't stay in. Should I say we don't enjoy our faces properly because it's always isolated. We're always moving. It's always a let's say you have a job now.
You don't have a job. The only thing you're trying to look for is another job. I want to get a job.
You get into a
job. You are trying to get promoted.
It's just a loophole. Everybody.
Why are we constantly running? I mean, it's good to be on the go. It's good to keep going, but make sure that you're fulfilling the purposes you are. You're not just living life as it were. Make sure that you are intentionally living at every phase of your life. God, what would you have me do in this season of my life? God, I'm not. Have you ever thought that there is nothing that happens without a reason? That there's a reason why I didn't go with this batch to serve. There's a reason why I had to stay back for some months. There's a reason why I've not gotten this job. Because sometimes I watched a video of, I don't know his name, but it was in Just Us Girls, something like in Just Us Girls. I watched the video, I stumbled on a video of him on Instagram, and it was preaching, and he did a little illustration. So he had some people come out, and he had them like back the congregation. He passed the book around the congregation, stopped it somewhere, and then he told them to turn back. And then he told this particular person to wait, and then the rest to go look for the book. So everyone entered into the congregation. For like some minutes, they were looking for the book, and then he spoke to the person that he asked to stay back, and then he went directly to where the hook was, because he had stayed with God, and God had shown him, this is where I want you to go to, this is where you find it. So while others are running, why you feel like, okay, everybody is moving, I'm the only one. Sometimes there are some things that we cannot control. So I feel like people are graduating or people are getting married, and it's not looking like that for you. I think the best thing to do at that time is to stay with God. I feel like
what would you ask
God, what is happening? And he's not complaining. He's not praying and saying, God, when is my own going to happen? See what you are doing for my friend. My friend is doing this. My friend has gotten a wife. My friend has gotten a car. He has gotten his house. What am I supposed to be doing? I think it's God, reveal yourself to me. Show me these things. Show me what I should be doing. Direct my path. Let my path shine. The path of the righteous shines brighter and brighter. So you are not supposed to be confused in any season of your life. You are supposed to have clarity. You're supposed to have light. And even when it seems like, oh, there's no clarity, I think that's the time that your faith should be strong. So rather than comparison, rather than confusion, rather than complaining, you are standing in your faith. You are contributing. You are waiting right. In every season. And because at some point in everyone's life, there's a waiting season.
I don't know if it was a preacher that was talking about how every season teaches us something, and for every time that we are delayed, we should learn to pause and ask God, what would you have me do this season? What are you trying to teach me this season? Because it's probably that waiting was needed. Probably need to find ourselves, probably need to do something before we move on to the next season. So it was saying that we should not waste our waiting season. We should not make it a grumbling and complaining time. We should spend time with God and understand why that actually happened in the first place. So I'll get to that.
I mean, because even Jesus had to wait. This started his ministry when he was like 30 or 33. Yeah, so Jesus had to wait. I mean, this was a child that was already going to the synagogue to ask questions about things. He could have, okay, I'm on fire. Let me just start going.
I'm on fire.
But because John had to come, and things have to take its course. Like, I know the plans that I have towards you. They are plans of good and not of evil, to prosper you and to give you an expected end. So there is a plan, and you don't jump. Yes, like you have to go through. It's a process. Yeah, and you have to go through them. When you pass, someone said to me that when you pass, God moves you until you learn the lesson God is trying to teach you in a particular season. If you don't learn that lesson, even if you move, you will still go back to learn the lesson. It's just like a school. You don't just like move without passing. Yes. Yeah, you have to, even if there's going to be a double promotion, it means you were exceptional.
Double promotion.
Exactly. So, like, don't try to jump seasons. Don't try to, I don't. Live intentionally. Like, be intentional about living. You're currently waiting to get married. Be intentional in that season. What maybe God wants you to do something that if you get married, you probably wouldn't have the time to do, or He already has something else for you to do when you're married, and you are just not aligning yet, and He needs you to align. He needs your heads to be correct.
The key point is just to always understand our seasons. Let's learn to wait on God in our season and not just make it because not all waiting seasons. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like while waiting, we should always go back to God. We should always ask questions and not just wait just because. And also let's learn to celebrate and live in each season. This just happened. Let's live in it for a moment before trying to cross the next ordeal, before trying to move forward, before trying to do this and that. Let's celebrate our season, so to say.
Do you know that for 365 days in a year, some people end the year and they're like, oh, I didn't do anything. Or and I used to be like, I was like, oh my god, this year has gone again. Until I started intentionally saying that for even if it's just making somebody smile, I'll write it down. Thank you for being able to help this person. Thank you for the right words to say to this person. Thank you for strength to hold on to this person even when I don't have. And then you see that your life starts to take more meaning, right? And then even in those little moments, you find your purpose. You find, okay, this is what, like, I'm able to say something and somebody that is down feels strengthened, feels alive again because of what I have said. It allows, okay, now maybe I should talk more. Let me try and be talking more. Let me learn. Let me sit with the word of God so that when I talk, I can help more people. From there, you find your purpose. Sometimes you just like when you listen to people, you are pushed to, you carry people's body and you find out that I'm pushed to pray for people. I'm an intercessor. I just want to pray and see this thing through for this person. And it's like, okay, this is the reason why God has planted me in this place at this particular time. This is where I'm here. So I think taking gratitude in every little thing.
Let's be grateful.
Yes.
Let's also have, let's always have joy.
Let's
not let joy. Or let's not let our circumstance. What's the word now? I want to find the words. Let's not let what is happening around us affect our joy. Let's always have joy. Joy is not determined by what is around. Joy is what is within us. We have joy because we are children of God. We have joy, and also for comparison, let's always remember that we might currently be in GSS1 and someone is already in SS1. Let's not
I think you should just understand your planting season
to someone else's excess.
You see be
SS1.
You will be local tree. Make palm tree.
We are growing. Let's stop comparing our beginning to someone's middle. They will get there. It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time.
I will get there. Yeah. So
remember, God, I know the plans. God said, I know the plans that I have towards you. The plans are good, not of evil. So every time you feel like, what's going on? I think you should rest on that fact.
Let's always learn to ask questions. At every season, at every phase, God, what is happening? Why is this happening? What is currently happening? Let's always learn to ask questions.
I mean, and God wants you to do well. I mean, one of the things I learned in this month, that was last month. Building. Building is, let me hear what. Building. Yes, this month, a month of building to last. And you build for God. You build for God. You build with God. Now, building for God is like, God, this is your dwelling place. Yes, come dwell in here. This is like God delights so much. Said, build me a house so that I might dwell within my people. So build an altar with God. Build a place, like build a home for God to dwell in your own life.
You see, the thing about purpose, when you mentioned build, now remember that when David wanted to build the tabernacle,
what are you asking me? What is?
David built God's house.
Does it give that built as well? Was it Solomon that built it?
What I'm saying, like, what's the name of that temple? Yes. You see, David wanted to build temple. He wanted to build temple for God, but God told him that it was not his place to build that temple. That it was his son that was going to build it. So, like when you mentioned build, I just remember remember the thing about purpose. It was clear that this is not. Imagine if you had said, no, I'll build it too. Or if you had said, why should I not build it? That is what I mean by asking questions. Asking questions at everything. He just knew that, this was not mine to do. And this was for my son. And he just let it go. Life is not hard. Imagine if you do like this, no, I must build this.
Yeah.
I must build this. What should I, for my God? what should I not do for my God? So, yeah, I think that.
And I think build with God as well. I think it's a building for God. Build with God, because with God you're a partner. When God, like in different instances, I have read in Ezra, I've read in Genesis, I've read in Exodus. God gives specific, in fact, measurements, accuracy 2x2, 4x4, 5x5.
If you read Nehemiah, you would also see
exactly.
How
this
God
is how
is
you should build the
directing
ark.
him.
This is how you should. This is the wood you should use. Like God is
Nehemiah
very
is actually
detailed.
a very good read. If anybody has not read Nehemiah, go and read Nehemiah. Come back and give testimony. It's a very loaded book. Read Nehemiah. You understand time, you understand season, you also understand service. It's a fully packed
Build with God. Build for God, build with God. Build people as well. Be happy for people. Celebrate people genuinely. Don't suck up.
That's celebrate people.
Don't suck up. Don't suck up because oh my God, when is my hungry to come? And then you're not. No. Be happy for people now. Like,
let's be happy for people. What's for me will not pass me by. What will be. Also, Ecclesiastes. I always have issues.
Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. That says that it's time for everything. This season.
it's time to build. It's time to read. It's time to sow. It's time to read.
You shall already understand what the Bible verse I'm trying to say.
So yes.
I think that kind of sums everything up.
Yes, and that's what we've come to talk about today. Your purpose. Do not let anybody pressure you. Right? Your purpose is your purpose. Own it. Live it intentionally. And until next time,
Spotify people, Apple Podcast people, we are now on YouTube. Please subscribe on YouTube. And if you are listening to this on an audio listening platform, follow us. Please. So that when we drop
another episode, you will get notified.
Also Instagram, we're on TikTok, and like I said, we are now on YouTube.
Yay!
Follow us on everywhere. Do all the right thing. Everything that you need to do. Follow, subscribe, share, send to your friends, drag your neighbors. Tell them the good news. Bye.
Bye, guys.